फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
What a day for Dean Elgar. Hello and welcome everyone to this live session. I'm Surama Kaushik, and there is only one person to talk about in this live session. And also, if we talk about this whole day, then Dean Elgar. Well, let's hear it out from Jamie Alter and South Rizvi, because these are the two guys who have seen him play a lot. And when he is playing the last test series of his career and getting that 100 in the first inning, it's so beautiful, isn't it, Jamie?
Absolutely. I was discussing the last time we were doing the lunch break के Dean Elgar इतनी बार तो इंडिया के सामने झंडा गाड़ के. This was a very different Dean Elgar. This was a quick scoring Dean Elgar. I don't think Dean Elgar has ever scored at a strike rate of 72, 73. इससे हम क्या निष्कर्ष निकाले? Batting was very easy in this last session. Easiest session I think for batting. उसके ऊपर से बुमराह को निकाल के bowling बहुत खराब थी. Ashwin, I'm not saying he bowled poorly because he hardly bowled, but I mean, Shardul was average. Prasidh Krishna was very average, and you just didn't create enough opportunities. तौज भाई को याद होगा, हम लोग पहली बार इससे पहले जुड़े थे, हमने कहा था कि भाई आप 4 विकेट ले लो, 5 विकेट ले लो इस सेशन में, लेकिन अगर उनमें से एक डीन एल्गर नहीं है तो मैच आपके हाथ से निकल गया. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली बारिंग द फाइनल रिजल्ट या मार्जिन ऑफ डिफीट, मेरे हिसाब से मैच साउथ अफ्रीका ले गई, बिकॉज यू हैड टू स्टॉप देम फॉर अ लीड ऑफ 100 और अ लीड क्या, इट्स 50. 145 रन एक सेशन में, कहां गया वो टफ विकेट? वो बॉल्स कहां हैं जो रबाडा डाल रहे थे? अफसोस की बात है, हम जानते हैं कि आपकी बैटिंग बहुत बहुत खराब है इन कंडीशंस में, लेकिन जो उम्मीद मेरे खुद की थी इस बॉलिंग को लेकर, very very disappointing, barring Jasprit Bumrah.
Absolutely, because if we talk about the 2 wickets that India got in this session, both were to Jasprit Bumrah, and I completely second what Jamie mentioned, that Siraj, Prasidh Krishna all looked average, and especially in comparison to how South African bowlers were bowling, it seemed that the pitch was very difficult to bat. But now seeing Dean Elgar and how they are batting, it seems that it's quite easy to bat. Thus, what do you see in Dean Elgar? Obviously, Jamie mentioned, that we are seeing a very different Dean Elgar. But right now, is that an approach? Is that the zeal to end your test career on this big note? What it is? I mean, because we can see that batting is very easy over here.
Absolutely, the batting has become easy. The conditions are not seem to be overcast, and Dean Elgar is just enjoying his last few days in Test cricket, especially. I mean, because he's not the celebrated guy, a batsman, somebody. I mean, he has played 86 Test matches, got 5,000 plus runs, but he's not celebrated like a Graham Smith or maybe a lot of former cricketers like a Faf du Plessis or AB de Villiers, or before that Jack Scalise. But they have been legends. But this guy has been a hard worker. बहुत cricketers ऐसे आते हैं जो चुपके से अपना काम करके चले जाते हैं, and he's one of them. वो चाहे वो today's knock was very very gritty. I mean, see, he came out with some good shots, some beautiful looking left-handed shots through the covers, straight drives. The person who might have troubled him a bit was Shardul Thakur. A few outside the off-stump deliveries, he got beaten. I mean, if you're in good form, if you're like looking to he scored a triple figure mark, 100. I mean, normally आप बीट करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, मगर डीन एल्गर को काफी बार बीट किया शार्दुल ठाकुर ने, बट वो नेक नहीं मिला उनको अनफॉर्चुनेटली, नहीं तो चले जाते जल्दी. बट देन दिस गाय इज टू स्ट्रांग मेंटली. आई मीन, वो इंडिया भी आके खेले, अश्विन ने ट्रबल किया, मगर वो डट के खड़े रहे, जबकि साउथ अफ्रीका उनकी टर्निंग ट्रैक्स पे, मतलब माइन फील्ड पे स्ट्रगल करते हुए नजर आई बहुत बार. Okay, Dean Elgar has been like that rock solid for them, but very, very underrated guy. I mean, he could have done much, much better with the kind of grittiness he had, the stubborn guy that he is, mentally strong he is. he could have been much better. I mean, by the way, he scored century in each and every ground of South Africa. I was just looking at the blog, one of the statistics, and this guy is awesome. I mean, I would have loved to see him score much more. 5,000 less here, come in 86 Test matches.
Yes, absolutely. It's magical, and also kudos to him the way he has batted on the second day of this test match. Jamie, did you find any loopholes in India's approach?
Yes, absolutely. First over after lunch, Rohit Sharma goes to Shardul Thakur. Made absolutely no sense. You should have gone to Jasprit Bumrah. You went on the defensive immediately after lunch. I spoke. You were not there, Ramya, but I spoke, and Tozboy also mentioned this. कि कोई भी सेशन हो, कोई भी दिन हो, पहला आधा घंटा, पहला 40 मिनट, वहां पे आपको जिगरा दिखता है, वहां पे आपको वो इंटेंट. It's a word which is, anyways, we've discussed intent enough. But the first half an hour, 40 minutes of any session on any day of a test match, it shows how a team is going to go about it. और रोहित शर्मा ने शार्दुल ठाकुर, आपके सबसे वीक लिंक, उनसे bowling कराया. That was the holding bowler. I thought maybe the holding bowler would be Ravichandran Ashwin, but just like Chetan predicted, the holding role would go to Shardul Thakur. और जब से रोहित शर्मा ने एक सेशन स्टार्ट किया, एक ऐसा सेशन जिसमें मेरे ख्याल से मैच आपके हाथ से निकल गया, because you gave 145 runs. That is a bloody lot of runs in a test match. A test match, apparently, इससे पहले on which it was tough conditions, you were struggling. क्या struggle? You know, like I said, Dean Elgar is the man. जितनी बॉडी ब्लोज वो ले चुकी है, शायद स्टीव वॉ और नासिर हुसैन ने इस एरा में उनसे ज्यादा लिए. That guy, like, this was a one-day knock by his. If you watch Dean Elgar, I'm not saying I've watched all of his 86 matches. I probably watched half of those. This is a guy, he had the Gary Kirsten school कि मैं टिकूंगा, मैं 4 घंटे बैटिंग करूंगा. तुमने उस बंदे को 75 की स्ट्राइक रेट से 100 दिया. This is probably one of his fastest knocks. So what happened to the conditions? You know, why are they suddenly easy? Why were the balls not beating the bat? Where were the edges? You know, so again, India just do not have the skill to win a test series in South Africa, which I've been saying since before this test match began. And it pains me to say that, but I've seen this film for 28 years play out.
That's sad. That's really very sad. And before the series, when we were talking about, what to expect from this series, everybody was quite excited. And we were saying that, intent is needed in this series because India have never won on the South African soil. And everybody was quite geared up, especially the way Rohit Sharma said that we are desperate to win. But behind the camera as well, I was here listening to all of the people who watch cricket. I'm talking about the fans, not the people who watch cricket or analyze cricket, just fans. They were saying, can't see the intent, can't see the desperation among all these players. And Jamie correctly said at the very beginning that, except Bumrah, it wasn't on ground. I mean, it didn't feel that other bowlers, Siraj and Prasidh Krishna, were really in their shoes. This is the first ever test that Prasidh is playing. What do you think of him? Does he have the caliber or he doesn't have the caliber? Because the reviews that I am reading, the comments that I am reading right now on social media, people are saying that Prasidh and Shardul both look just over the place. They don't know what they are doing. They don't have a plan in mind. What do you think?
Yeah, this is the first day and it's his first match. And I mean, you get carried away when you see suddenly, when you're a youngster coming and playing in South Africa, you get carried away with the bounce and then you also get carried away the way Kaiso Rawada and the South African bowlers have bowled in the first innings. So you think you will bowl in a similar way, and then you get carried away. Then suddenly you find a Dean Elgar, somebody who's ready to take body blows and somebody who has cracked the code in playing at home. So I mean, see, it's you can't come to judgment right now. Conclusion about Prasidh Krishna, whether he's ready to, I mean, whether he's capable of playing Test cricket. अभी तो स्टार्ट है, अभी थोड़ा बहुत देखा है, अभी आपके 2 सेशन ही हुए उनके बॉलिंग के. आई थिंक वी शुड वेट क्वाइट अ बिट, बट देन या शार्दुल ठाकुर के ऊपर आप कंक्लूजन पे आ सकते हैं कि भाई आई डोंट नो, बट वी डोंट हैव रिप्लेसमेंट्स आल्सो. किसको खिलाएंगे आप? शार्दुल इज प्लेइंग बिकॉज ही इज आल्सो अ बैट्समैन, नॉट जस्ट बिकॉज ही इज अ बॉलर. फास्ट बॉलर होते तो सिर्फ बॉलर
But
होते तो
Taos, we
मुकेश कुमार
didn't
ही खेलते.
see. But we didn't see his batting. We didn't see his bowling. Neither worked.
Yesterday he scored a no, no, yesterday. So exactly he did what he's supposed to do. He took those body blows and then he scored those quick runs some here and there, and that is what we expect. We can't expect Shardul Thakur to come and score a double,
That I
century
agree.
or
That
maybe a
I agree.
75 run and save the match. He is
No, no,
limited for
that's
that
not
role
his
only,
goal
and that
because
is why he's
obviously
playing.
if we are depending too much on Shardul Thakur, which means that our match is already over. Because
Yeah,
if the top order
absolutely.
batters
So
can't
that's
do
why
anything, we can't
we
rely
don't
too
have
much
players.
on Shardul Thakur. But what
We
I'm
don't have
saying is
players.
that over a long period of time, always there's a question mark in front of Shardul Thakur that he isn't doing this well, he isn't doing that well. What I'm saying is that let's keep Prasidh Krishna out of this debate for a while. The way we kept Jaiswal out from that debate of batters for a while, let's keep Prasidh out. But Shardul Thakur, he has got experience. He has traveled with team to various places. He has done the job for Team India. So you expect Shardul Thakur to understand the conditions and to do your job for which you have been brought in the playing 11. But you're not doing so. And all the former cricketers and the people, the analysts, they are saying that we expected a lot more from Shardul Thakur. But he is bowling as if he doesn't, like he's not understanding the conditions or he's not understanding how to bowl. So that's a problem.
See, he was trying his best, I guess, because of his limited abilities. He was trying his best, putting up the ball up in the right areas. I mean, he got this guy beaten a few times, but then he doesn't have the swing. He doesn't have the pace that he used to have. Like he would touch 140, and then he doesn't have that particular height which is required to like a Kagiso Rabada or a Bumrah or a Siraj at least. He's a short guy, so it's difficult. He's not even like Ajit Agarkar, maybe. So यहाँ पर कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा उनको मतलब you don't have any option. That's why these guys went with Shardul Thakur. Otherwise, if they wanted out and out
Okay.
bowler, Mukesh Kumar would have been a choice. Also, we are missing right now Mohammad Shami. We are missing Mohammad Shami big time because he would have made a lot of difference. He knows the conditions,
Okay.
and that is where I think we are going to be affected big time.
Okay, so let's keep that Shami thing also out of the picture because we know that he isn't totally fit and that's why he wasn't roped into the playing 11 or he is not there for the test match. But Jamie, on one side, often it is said that there is no dearth of talent in India. We have a lot of bowlers, we have a lot of batters, but when it comes to big tournaments, this question comes back and forth that we don't have an option. We just have these players. We have these players in the squad, and that's why we are making our best playing 11. Questions in terms of why Shardul Thakur is playing. All these things that Taus mentioned, Abhi, that he doesn't have that height, he doesn't have that pace. Don't we have pacers? Don't we have good bowlers to bowl in South African conditions? Or we are just going back and forth to the same players series after series?
I mean, let's not forget that two test matches ago, Shardul Thakur took the best ever figures by an Indian bowler in South Africa. So you suddenly cannot just say, if that were the case, I mean, Sachin Tendulkar would have 42,000 test runs and Anil Kumble would have had 1,000 test wickets. You don't perform in every innings. And Shardul Thakur, this is only his 11th test match. And of those 11, I believe nine have come overseas. So he's an overseas specialist. So okay, he's been the weak link today, but before this, he's not had too many bad test matches. And again, I will go with what Tosbai said. It's Prasidh Krishna. He's what 10 overs, 12 overs old in test match.
Yeah.
Just like we should not be judging Jaiswal, just like we should not be judging Shubman Gill. Yes, we will judge. I will judge Shubman Gill very harshly because his numbers are dipping. But I'll judge him after this. ये उनका पहला टेस्ट मैच है साउथ अफ्रीका में. So you have to understand that it's not so black and white. कि भाई इसने आज खराब कर दिया match. Expectations are also there from Rohit Sharma, from Virat Kohli. It's just collectively, and if Chetan were here, he would call this the stupid phase of Indian cricket. And while there are three different formats, a lot of the problems overlap, right? आपके कप्तान, आपके कोच कहीं ना कहीं outdated selection कर रहे हैं या outdated सोच कर रहे हैं. I don't have the answer, but India's bowling, yes, there's still depth. But we're coming to the end phase of a period where India's fast bowling was the best in its history, 60 years, और जितने भी साल से 70 साल से इंडिया टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेलती आ रही है, the last 8 years were the golden period of fast bowling. But right now, Ishan Sharma has retired. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has not played first class cricket for 5 years. Shami is injured, So it's a tough time to be an Indian Test cricketer because, like I've said, you don't have the required skills to put up 350 in South Africa. I was looking at the stats. In 17 test innings since the 2013 tour, that is 10 साल हो गए. 10 साल के अंदर only 6 times in 17 innings has any Indian team crossed 250. You do not win test matches overseas if you're failing to get to 300 every second inning. So that's one problem. Again, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, have they not bowled to potential? Absolutely. India has the bowlers, but there's no point talking about who should have been here. I cannot name any other fast bowler. I don't know if Tazbhai can name any other fast bowler that right now should have been here. Obviously, Mohammad Shami should have been here, but the man is injured. Is Navdeep Saini going to bowl any better or worse? I don't know, right? Who are these fast bowlers? Right now, you have to pick whoever is there. Shardul Thakur is here because he's been a pretty good performer in overseas test matches. Siraj has been brilliant. He's here. अब दो तीन सेशन के लिए आपकी bowling intensity flag हो गई. We just have to accept that the bowling was not good enough on the day, and this man on our screen has played a brilliant knock.
Yes, and a follow-up to this man's magic that he has done. Jamie, I was looking at one of the stats where it was mentioned that how left-handers have been successful against India in scoring centuries. Do you think so that's an advantage for the left-handers to score centuries or to score big runs against India? And to put it otherwise, that do our bowlers lack in taking wickets of the left-handed batters?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Zaheer Khan used to dominate Graham Smith, probably South Africa's greatest left armer across formats. He used to eat him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So again, it's just if you bowl a certain way, you'll get wickets. If you don't bowl a certain way, you won't get wickets. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's not like Dean Elgar has not failed against India before. He has failed. Tozbhai is right. आपने 85 टेस्ट मैचेस खेला है. आपका एवरेज 38 है. सिर्फ 500 तकरीबन 5000 कुछ रन. तो कहीं ना कहीं आपने भी अंडर अचीव किया. So I don't look. I feel this right-left discussion is extremely overrated in today's cricket. If you have a top order with 5 of your best batsmen and they're all right-handers, why should you zabardasti put a left-hander in? So I don't pay too much attention to right hand or left. You have to bowl well. You have to bat well. Cricket, at the end of the day, is a very simple sport, but unfortunately, it's complicated like no other sport as well because of DRS and reviews and umpire and contentious catch and sab chodo yaar. It's a simple game. It should be played simple. I think in the last 20 years, we start to analyze this game way too much for our own liking.
That's right. I mean, I completely agree to your last line. And everybody is analyzing it too much, and according to their, perspectives, and according to their knowledge, and according to the platforms that they are putting their analysis upon. So yes, too much analysis is going there. But one good thing, or I should say, one interesting thing that happened in this session was that magic done by Virat Kohli. We have seen Stuart Broad doing some sort of magic. And in the team used to get some wickets or so. Today, Virat Kohli changed those bails, and then Team India got a wicket. It's trending on social media. What do you have to say about it?
Witchcraft. No, might turn.
Wait, Jamie, do you have a special word for this one?
No.
That expression says it all. Taos has a word. Taos already mentioned a word. Yes.
Witchcraft. Suddenly, see, Stuart Broad had done it, so it's trending. But this is like, it's not cricket, yeah. It's not cricket. He's doing something. He's trying his superstition. Like all cricketers have been very superstitious, so he might have tried it. Yeah? And they got 2 wickets, as well after that. Yeah.
अच्छा,
and
तो ये
see,
हर
you
बार
can see
काम
this
करता
guy
है क्या
laughing
ताउस?
all the way. You never know. But one thing I'm
Jamie,
waiting. I saw one positive side that Ashwin bowled his last ball or one of the balls that I saw. I mean, there was some kind of turn, but that was outside the off stump. That was outside the line of off stump. So if let's see if Ashwin, I mean, it's very difficult, very unfair to put the burden on Ashwin because the wicket is green and difficult to grip or turn. But if some magic happens from Ashwin, then I think that will be. And Ashwin has been like Dean Elgar has been Ashwin's victim a lot of time, and especially in India. I don't know if he can convert it in South Africa. I'm waiting for that to happen. Yeah, let's see. Let's put some like Ashwin magic will happen. I don't know. It might also happen. Yeah.
well, the session has begun, and Virat Kohli did some talking in that huddle. We're just talking about Virat Kohli. Quick take, Jamie. जो मैजिक के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, you play a lot of cricket. वो काम करता है क्या मैचेस में?
You do this stuff when you realize कि हमारी बैटिंग बहुत खराब है और हमारे बॉलर से कुछ नहीं होगा. You do that.
Well,
There's some superstition, but this was just हो गया बस. If it was that easy, he'd be doing it after every over. He's Virat Kohli. The guy can get away with anything. So yeah.
But umpires
well,
won't allow it regularly. I think they will come in between and say, "Bhai, this can't be done
अगर
because
ये
you're playing."
regularly होता
I
है,
hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
हाँ.
I mean, you can do it with your personal stuff, change your pads and right ko left में कर दे, but you can't mess around with wickets or
Yeah.
stumps which belongs
Correct.
to the
Exactly. Well, South Africa, they are currently trailing by 47 runs. That's the latest info. And let's see how this session pans out for South African team. They'll be looking forward to a good lead from this point of play. Well, let's see how this session goes around. And thank you so much, Jamie and Taus, for joining with me. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining with us in this season.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म